Hey, what's up, man? So today I got something super special for y'all, man. I got Dewberry back up in the cut, man. What's up, Dewberry?
Hey man, you know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Say, man, we just finna do what we do, man, like we always do, Jack.
Yeah, I know you be kicking that game, man, and I feel it, man. A lot of these people out here, they feel it, man. You saw the wild reception to our last video, man. It went crazy.
Nah, real talk, man. Yeah, real talk.
Now, there is a lot going on in that Dallas-Fort Worth area as far as hip-hop is concerned, man. And there's a lot of tragedy in the streets as well. But one thing that we didn't get to talk about and touch on in our last interview, that was some shocking news, was this whole Yella Beezy thing, man. So from your point of view, from your point of view, I should say, as an OG out there, you know what I'm saying, or an elder statesman, a guy who's been in the hip-hop scene or in this social media scene or has coach kids as far as like, you know, sports and all the different aspects of life and community. What do you think about this whole Yella Beezy being indicted in the murder for hire of Mo 3?
Uh, I look at it like, you know, it is what it is. You play street games, you get street prizes. That's how I look at it. Now, like I said, nobody don't really know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's really going on if Yella really has something to do with it. But my thing is this here. If Yella did have something to do with it, why is everybody angry? Why is everybody upset? Because my thing is, when you push negativity, where you gonna get negative results. So we gotta go all the way back to Mo 3. If him and Mo 3 having problems in the streets, Mo 3 talking about what he did to Yella Beezy, whatever it might be, they playing street ball. In street ball, you go to prison or you go to hell. So with that being said, Yella Beezy got shot up before. Then you come back, Mo 3 made fun of it. He laughed about it. He said he had something to do with it. Then you come back. Now here it is. They picking up Yella Beezy because they saying Yella Beezy got something to do with Mo 3. My thing is this here. Nobody don't need to be angry. Don't nobody need to be sad. Nobody don't need to go through that because when Mo 3 made songs about Yella getting shot, people was promoting that. People was pushing that. People was saying, oh yeah, man, he got one on him, yeah. Everybody was promoting that kind of activity. Now, the table done turned. They saying that Yella Beezy has something to do with Mo 3. Man, listen, this is what they playing. If Yella do go to jail, he got to accept going to jail. If he has something to do with it, he got to accept that. Because these are the street rules. But far as me, I don't have no dog in the fight. All I know is this here. When you play street games, you get street prizes. And that's jail or death. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So that's how I look at that situation. You know what I'm saying? I look at it just like it's supposed to get looked at.
Now, when you hear the story and the news broke nationally that Yella Beezy was accused of hiring Keywan White to carry out the attack that took out Mo 3, a lot of stories started to circulate after that that kind of painted Mo 3 in a different light than what a lot of people thought. You know, a lot of people thought of Mo 3 initially as a victim, you know, another artist, a tragic situation. But then you start getting all these stories about Mo 3 allegedly putting a lot of pressure on Yella Beezy and those guys and Trap Boy Freddy and all those guys and really putting them in a box where they had to make a decision. Now, when you hear stuff like that, do you just attribute that to, like you said, man, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You know what I mean?
That's how I go. See, everybody gonna say what they say. They gonna say, oh man, he was applying pressure and all that, right? Where you can apply so much pressure, then okay, now what? Mo 3 done lost his life. You done apply, everybody's talking that applying pressure, but Mo 3 done lost his life. Now, everybody want to see Yella Beezy locked up. But y'all was happy when y'all say Mo 3 was applying pressure. Y'all see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to get people to start thinking and understand. You can't push a negative narrative and think none ain't gonna come off of it. It's gonna come off of it. I wish that they could have sat down and got some money. But welcome to Dallas. Dallas is home of haters. Dallas is the home of haters.
Now,
Then what they do?
Now, I've heard that several times talking to people and interviewing people this week. People who grew up in the Fort Worth area, they were like, all their years, in Dallas, there's always this, this sense of, oh, he's shining, instead of, man, let's work together, let's do this. It starts to become a competition out of nowhere. Because I don't know if you remember this. Mo3 had a concert one time, and he had Go Yayo on the stage. He had Trap Boy Freddy on stage. Him and Yella Beezy had did things with each other in the past. Like, why does it always have to come to a competition thing? Do you think it's outside people forcing that type of or not forcing because they're grown men, or they're actually putting that in their ear like, yo, there can only be one, like this is the Highlander or something? Or do you think that naturally in Dallas, that's just how people are?
One is like, it's how they are. Two, it's how you been groomed. Three, it's called money. And the fourth thing is called women. All right? Mm-hmm. The old folk thing right there plays a part in how things supposed to stay connected, or it's going to fall apart. If you listen to conversations that they have, why do it always got to come back to that fourth thing? And what that fourth thing is? A female. These kid games. I your girl, you did this. These are kid games that's being played. And that what defines separation amongst the clique. And when you look back, nobody's giving out quality games saying, hey, my nigga, this ain't what we need to do to win. It's your time. Let's push you. My time coming. They don't play games like that. When you see a bunch of people together, that don't mean that they family, that they really real with each other. That means that they trying to use each other to get on. A lot of this togetherness ain't no real loyalty. It's not real loyalty. So let's stop thinking that because you see a couple of rappers together that they loyal to each other. First of all, they don't even know each other.
True.
They only came together because you got a name of music, you got a name, and you got a name. So let's come together so we can try to get some money. But guess what? Each of those artists trying to create their own platform. So each of those artists trying to get what? Bigger than the next. It ain't no loyalty saying that once I get up there, I'm going to reach back down and grab my niggas. Yella Beezy got up there. He reached back down and grabbed his nigga Trap. And a lot of people gonna sit and say, man, why you grab Trap? Why you didn't grab me? You always gonna have somebody to say that, homie. Because it ain't no real loyalty in this game. Ain't nobody being loyal. And that's what I keep trying to tell everybody. There is no loyalty among these people. Everybody's trying to use each other as a stepping stool to get to the top. And once you get to the top, man, nobody gives a damn about the bottom. They talk about the bottom. So what separated that was money and females. And everybody want to be big dog.
Yep.
Everybody want to be big dog.
And it's evident. Now, what do you think about like Dallas compared to like other areas like Atlanta? You kind of get the perception that they work together. They even older artists pulling up younger artists. Then the younger artists get on and say like your Young Thug or your T.I. Like T.I. originally he'll give Young Thug the feature. Then when he's first coming up, then he gets up, and when T.I.'s time has passed, Young Thug brings him back up. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you've seen that. Now, that's not saying, to your point, that's not saying that they're cool or that they even like each other, but it seems to work in some areas like that. Like, do you think that'll ever be possible in Dallas, or is the hate just that strong?
Well, I'm going to say this here. Give us the industry. We ain't never had the industry. Everybody think that Dallas had the industry. We ain't never had it. If you think about the industry and you think about the major labels, you think about all that, you go back and think about it, who really was signed to a real major and made worldwide noise? Yella Beezy, right?
I was about to say that. I was like, Yella Beezy was there. He was at the door. You know what I mean? Like,
so when you hear about Yella Beezy making it to the top, now you got everybody saying, "Say Yella, why you ain't come and get me?" Yella did what he could because Yella was still trying to get in a position. So Yella say, "Hey man, here go Trap, man. I'm trying to get. Let me give my partner assist." See, we ain't never had where you got 5 artists signed to a major and they could get their own partners and assist. We ain't never had that. You got T.I. signed to a major. You got to realize that this go all the way back to Jermaine Dupri in Atlanta. So they've been playing the game at a high level in Atlanta. The industry is in Atlanta.
Good point. Very good point.
Ain't no industry in Dallas. Nigga, we just trying to figure it out. We blind men shuffling, hoping we can grab something.
That's true.
So this is fabricated when you think that we got the light. Like right now, you got the Montana and you got
Big X the plug.
You got Big X the plug and you got Zillionaire Doe now.
Yeah, they're there.
Get in the dough. They trying to create something and get in the dough.
Well, Dewberry, I would say that, and my bad for cutting you off. Big X the plug, ain't he there? Like his top 10 albums of the year already.
And get what Big X the plug doing? Big X the plug giving assist to his.
That's true.
Big X the plug giving assist to his niggas. Hey man, this my let me give him assist. Hey, this my let me give him assist. So Big X plug giving his assist. He doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? We look at what we talking about. One, I'm talking about when you got 5 or 6 that's orchestrators, not rappers. See, this is what you got to get understood. See, we got rappers, but we don't have orchestrators. Think about what I'm saying. We got rappers. We don't have orchestrators. T.I. is an orchestrator. Yep. All right?
Yep.
Rollo is an orchestrator. Future is an orchestrator. Young Thug is an orchestrator. Jermaine Dupri know how to orchestrate. I want you to understand what I'm saying now. You got to go all the way back to these. They not just rapping, they orchestrating a team. They building something. Dallas, them just rapping. They just rapping. Yeah, getting on. It's a difference, homie. You got to have orchestrators that can orchestrate a movement. Because when you able to orchestrate a movement, that's the light. It's the movement. That's the reason why if them young would have stayed together, they was going to create a movement. That movement is going to get more noise than one. That movement will make more noise than one. That's the reason why you got Zillionaire Doe and Montana now. Them niggas came with a movement. Them was out there. You had to hear them niggas. Now Big X the plug came through the door screaming that shit, man, and doing what he was doing. I get that niggas cards. But everything come with a movement, man. And I feel like that's what we missing down here.
Now, I will say this about Big X the plug. He's putting on his homeboys Rosama. He even brought back, what is his name? Murder Gang PB. I guess he's going on tour with him. So he's doing a lot, man. But what you're saying is 100 spot on. You spot on. Because when it comes to like Montana and it comes to Zillionaire Doe and them cats, they really coming with that face of like we trying to do our own thing and make a movement. You know what I mean?
And that's what it's about.
Nah, and that's what's up. Now, when it comes to all the beef and all the things that transpired before, it's almost like when it cut with Mo 3, Yella Beezy, Trap Boy Freddy, in that era, it seems like, the only person left is a guy I want to ask you about. Is Go Yayo, man. Now, Go Yayo has been, I should say, at least in the blog space, has been placed as an intricate part in a lot of the beefs and things that have taken place. Many people have said the fact that Go Yayo has been locked up several times since all this beefing and things has started might have actually saved his life. Now, what do you think about Go Yayo's presence in Fort Worth or the greater Dallas area in its hip hop scene after all that's transpired and what's looking good in the future?
His face all over the blogs right now. He got the attention right now. He got the attention right now. Turn that attention into some money. Turn that attention into some growth. Turn that attention into something and build something. You can be gangster all you want to. Well, gangsters go to jail or they gonna die. Become a businessman. As you move under the level of, I'm gonna become a businessman. Don't be a fallen soldier. Cause I always say this here, and I think a lot of people forget this part. We all can die. We all can die. There is nobody bigger than the next. There is no tougher than the next. Cause all it takes is what? That 1 second and game over. So I'm saying it's time to start becoming businessman. It's time to start realizing that I'm in a position not only to change my life, but to change everybody around me life. And use this light as a stepping stone. Use this light as a way to develop, my nigga. Use this light and goddamn we become productive. That's what I see. And he gotta want to do it. Can't no, it ain't nobody else can do it. He gotta look in the mirror and say, man, I'm finna, I gotta change up my game, my nigga. It don't make you soft. It don't make you weak, nigga. It don't make you less than, because you starting to think more business. Don't listen to the crowd. The crowd wants you to go back to jail. The crowd wants you to fall on the ground, homie. So you just gotta think on a whole nother level. That's all. That's just the way I look at it. He gotta start thinking business. The bullshit, homie.
Now, with that being said, and once again, I do agree with all that. That is great advice from you to him, definitely. And I hope somehow he hears that, right? But it seems like when it comes to online and a lot of the people on social media, they almost want him to crash out because of prior events. Now, he wouldn't be smart to do that, especially in the situation, in the position that he's in right now, as one of the premier artists coming out of Dallas, with a scene that's starting to flourish on the mainstream, getting there, like you said, with your Montanas, with your Big X, the Plugs, with your Rose Samas, with your Zillionaire Does, with all these guys coming out in a fury. And just the prime time for him to be on, the prime time for him, Mo3 and them to have been on. But it seems like a lot of that street stuff got in the way. So when he's having to navigate against all that, what is your advice in that situation?
He got to be his own man. Don't be a follower, be a leader. Don't move how the crowd wants you to move. Move how you want to move. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody want to be a leader, but we doing what follow. We following the trend. Lead. Don't do what they want you to do. Do what they don't know you gonna do, and that's be something more productive, homie. That's all you gotta do. Don't be another hip hop to lose your life to these streets, homie. Don't be another hip hop to go to prison and spend the rest of your life behind them bars. And get what they gonna say. My nigga, you could have made it. Mm-hmm. Don't be you could have made it, homie. And that just keeping it 1,000, homie.
And the crazy part about that is, and I look at the Lil Durk situation and I think of this as well. All those people in the comments, all those people on social media, even blogs and stuff, like, hey, man, you going to slide for Durk? I mean, you going to slide for Vaughn? You going to slide for Vaughn? Immediately, Lil Durk gets arrested for alleged murder for hire plot similar to Yella Beezy. Everybody switched on him like that. Like, boom, he's so stupid. Oh, he got 30, $20 million and he's out here carrying out hits. So it's like, man, you can't win for losing when you're trying to please the crowd, it seems.
You ain't gonna never win trying to please the crowd. I just saw something. The guy, I think he be with Go Yayo. His name Bedo. I don't know the guy. I never heard of the guy music. But you know what's crazy about it? I seen how everybody posted the guy once he got shot in the head. If you gonna post a guy when he gets shot in the head, I feel like they should have posted the guy music as well. Before he got shot in the head. See, these youngsters gotta wake up, man. They gotta wake up, homie. Cause if you thinking that it can go that way again, and you will survive, it ain't gonna go like that, homie. I know everybody want to be hero. I know everybody want to be Superman. I know everybody want to be super gangster. I know that. I'm listening. I'm watching everybody. But man, there ain't no such thing as no super gangster. I swear it ain't. It ain't no such thing. Get you some money. Help build your family. Start being more productive. Quit. Don't throw your life away trying to prove to some that you a little bit tougher than them.
Now, Dewberry, I agree with you, but in all seriousness, Bedo, and I want to add some context to this. So there's a rapper from Pleasant Grove by the name of Bedo, and he's affiliated with Go Yayo. Some people say he's his cousin. There's a lot of debate about that, right? So he posts a video Easter morning showing himself shot in the head. He's in the ambulance, an entry wound and exit wound in his head. Post multiple pictures afterwards showing he got shot in the head. This wasn't even the first time he got shot in the head. He was like, this is the second time he's gotten shot in the head, and he ended up living to tell about it. Now, in all fairness, the artist, Bedo, put that video out almost as to show people what had happened to him. And then people kind of took it and ran with it. You know what I mean? So in that situation, like, he's almost advertising the fact that he just got shot.
Yeah. Nah, that's that new way. That's 2024, 25. That's the new way. The new way it is, I get shot. Hey, man, I go live. Man, I thought, man, that's you keep a secret. If you get shot, you keep that a secret.
Yeah.
Man, I don't need nobody to know I got shot. I'm going to keep it a secret. I'm going to keep it low key.
Because for a long time, that could get you in trouble. Like, getting shot at, you could run into parole or probation situation. Like that was always a secret. I mean, I'm not trying to, I don't think he must not have any type of conditions or whatever like that. You know what I mean?
Some things you gotta keep a secret. Man, it messed me up when they show videos of him in the ambulance and he live like this. Hey, he just got shot in the head. God damn. I said to myself, man, you got a headshot and you on camera? Nah, little homie, don't do that. Man, sit down and get yourself together. Man, don't argue with these on social media, man. Man, God spurred your life for a reason. God don't want you to leave, man. Because now you got to start thinking a little bit different than you were thinking. You ain't got to get online and argue with these. And that's what I wish these young can wake up to realize, man. Man, listen, homie. Don't argue with these because I know everybody want the views and all that. But say, man, that ain't how we gonna do it. You ain't got to do it like that. I'm just keeping it a buck.
Now, and I feel it, but immediately, just like you said, he kind of got into back and forth about the fact that he just got shot in the head with Lil CJ Kasino. So Lil CJ Kasino went on social media and made a post that I don't even think he was trolling him. I don't think he was dissing. Lil CJ Kasino just got out of jail, so he was probably just talking about that. But immediately Bedo took issue with it and went to, dissing CJ Kasino, and it started this whole mess up again because, there was prior beef and things like that. People can go and look it up, but, there's been issues in the past between Go Yayo, that camp, and whatnot, right? So just with that, all that is already online. So now people are starting to put the pieces together, and then Bedo releases the video of the shooting that took place. I'm pretty sure the police shared the video with him, but the actual video of him getting his car shot up, getting shot in the head, his homeboy getting shot up, and him running into the supermarket was released on social media. Did you see that? And when you put in the context all this, what did you think? What did you think, Dewberry?
Us niggas is doomed. We doomed. Say, listen, what I see about that is, man, say we gotta create some whole new motherfuckers, man. We gotta create. Because these young niggas right here, man, everybody want a like and a view. Everybody willing to, man, you got motherfuckers that's willing to die to get a view, to be on the next major platform. Man, these no, you just got shot. Man, get yourself together.
Yeah.
Man, don't you get on social media, man. You ain't got to talk about that, man. You ain't got to say nothing about that, my guy. You gonna be all right. Get yourself together. Get yourself together, man. Because at the end of the day, if you a rapper, man, make you some music, man. Even though ain't no money in the rap game like that. Ain't no money in the rap game. I'm sorry, y'all. But they done took all the milk out the rap game. It ain't no money in the rap game right now.
Yeah, man. And we know, a lot of people don't get to see behind the curtain of things, you know what I mean? And they don't really know how rappers are really living and what's really going on there. So I even say, like, after they got rid of CDs and people could sell them independently, like the money kind of went down unless you were at the top tier. Like if you're at the top tier, you could sell a product or a company. Then of course you could get like your Jay-Z, like a billionaire status and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But as far as like once they got rid of, you could own your own label and all that, it's a different game now with the rappers on the lower tier and on the grind up, man. But they do a great job of fooling people.
Oh yeah, it's called fabrication. It's called fabrication and everybody playing. But my thing is, we ain't got enough togetherness to bring the hip hop culture together. We don't have no togetherness. We don't own no distribution companies. We don't own no major labels. So what I'm telling y'all is that when I sit back and I see these youngsters nowadays who want to be the next great rapper, I tell them the real thing. Say, man, they want you to crash out in order to be noticed. You got to crash out to be noticed in this music game. That's the reason why I want to say this. I give Zillionaire Doe his cards. Because Zillionaire Doe came into the music game with no beef. Big Extra Plug came in the game with no beef.
Yep.
Montana came in the game with no beef. I just hope that them stay on that same level and don't let the industry trick them to where they saying that the only way you can make money is you got to go against each other. You got to beef with each other. You got to do. I just hope them stay on that same level and they can change the game. Them can really change the game. So I'm hoping that they can understand and see that it's something a little bit bigger.
I would love to see that happen. And because Montana, he's from Oak Cliff, and then they're all from they're from their different little pockets. It seems like if they could stay like that, you could have something like you got in Atlanta. Now, what do you think about, and this as to the greater picture of what you were saying, this kind of goes back to the Bedo thing. Bedo, this is the most attention he's ever gotten probably as a rapper. And I'm not dissing him as a rapper or saying that he's not, because he's got a good following on social media or whatnot. But it seems like with this situation, his name was everywhere, like all over. So it's almost like an incentive to crash out, like you said.
Man, I just hope the young understand that you here now. You made it. Don't be a fool. Get you some goddamn money, man. Since everybody talking about you right now, man, get you some goddamn money. Make you some music. You got the attention. Make some music. Drop some quality music. And everybody listen and say, man, that jamming. Use this shit as a stepping stone. Don't use it as a beef to where y'all just going back. That's all it is, beef. It ain't no real war. It ain't no war. Because everybody trying to get money. When you go to war, you're not worrying about money, you worrying about bodies. Right now, everybody worrying about money. So it ain't no war. They beefing to get money. That's what I see right now. Cause when it's time to go to war, man, ain't nobody talking no more. Everybody, you got warriors be quiet. They don't got nothing to talk about. Because they know one thing. I'm throwing my life away. So why we need to stop talking? And we need to meet up in a field. And we need to go on and let this go. That's if you really at war. So if you really ain't at war like that, then I think that a lot of this y'all need to just let go. Just let that go, my nigga. And that's just how I look at it, homie.
Nah, that's real. Now I like that, man. Now, next, I want to go somewhere else, man. And you know, we hope the best for the Dallas artists. I like seeing the fact that Dallas is getting this new rise of artists that are getting a lot of attention. But
and the only thing that I'm gonna say, man, about the Dallas artists, I'm gonna say this here. They got their movement. But y'all stay tuned for a rapper named Rack Racer. He out of West Dallas. And my job is I'm gonna make him one of the biggest artists. Because, and I don't even like this music, but I'm gonna make him because everybody's sleeping on him because he don't run around with a whole bunch of, he don't run around with all, listen to his music. He probably one of the hardest artists that I done heard out of Dallas in a long time. And just remember I told y'all that. But yeah, man, let's keep on rocking.
okay, yeah, we're gonna stay plugged in for it. We're gonna check. Make sure you shout him out at the end again, too, man, so we could all check him out. All right, so Dewberry, I wanted to move along to another topic and really a big one because I know you're a sports guy, man. I'm a big sports guy myself, and I like First Take. I like watching FS1. I like all these shows, man. And a guy by the name of Shannon Sharpe, Uncle Shay Shay, he has been an integral part in both of those shows. And he ran into some drama this week where he was allegedly messing with a chick. They're saying that she was 19 years old, 20 years old, 21 years old, something like that. He's well into his 50s. And they said that he was, basically dating the girl, but she put out some allegations against him. And it started this whole snowball effect where Shannon Sharpe is getting dismantled right before our eyes. So what do you think about this situation, Dewberry?
That little red pill that he always promoting, that little red pill got him in some shit. That little red pill made Shannon Sharpe, along with lifting all them goddamn weights, popping all them goddamn pills, and on all them testosterone pills, and that wanted to some young man. It's so, but it'll get you caught up. That's all I want to say. When you girls, they mamas and daddies, they talk lawsuit. Black girls talk child support. See, so Shannon barked up the wrong tree. He barked up the wrong tree. Now, is he wrong for a little younger? No, he's not, because if you old enough to go to jail, you old enough to be with anybody. But he got caught with his goddamn his hand in the cookie jar. And it's gonna cost him. I'm sorry. She played on him.
Yeah, it seems like that because he was on the cusp of getting $100 million deal. The news story just kicked off. They were in negotiations last week. Same thing happened with Stephen A. Smith. The negotiations were in the media. Then they finalized his deal. Everybody's happy for him, right? Shannon Sharpe was set up for the same situation, right? But now that it's put a stop to that. And the crazy part is there weren't any criminal charges filed in this situation. There was just a civil lawsuit going after money of $50 million. So do you think he got played on and just got, basically tricked out of his money?
Man, he got played on. He got played on. He got tricked. And he got tricked out of his position. All in the name of trying to giving that away. I always tell these boys, man, that is a bad motherfucker because you don't know how to control it. And a lot of fall victim to it. We just got to talking about how them females came between a bunch of rappers. Man, guess what? Man, them females will do it to everybody. And he got caught with his hand in a cookie jar. Monique told that you need to go get your auntie. He didn't want to listen. Man, Cat Williams told that man, stay away from them. He didn't want to listen. He thought that he was above and beyond everybody and he can do whatever he want to do. And it cost him. I hate to say it cost you, Shannon. Shannon got to go through everything. Not only is Shannon Sharpe going to lose $100 million, but he also going to lose all the endorsement deals. He also going to lose his spot with ESPN. Shannon Sharpe going to lose a lot because he played a silly game and he got a silly prize. Man, lead him up, man. Shannon Sharpe is too freaky. That's his problem. He was too goddamn freaky. Shannon Sharpe was a little bit too freaky, man. And they caught Shannon Sharpe. So, yeah, man, Shannon Sharpe got to go through everything. And no matter what nobody say, that's the reason why when they said that she said she didn't want $10 million, it wasn't about the money. It was about killing his reputation. It was about killing his reputation. No matter if he get the money or not, it killing his reputation. They did Mike Irvin like that.
Yep, I remember. Well, they tried, remember? And then he ended up suing the hotel.
But Michael Irvin have not been back the same since.
That's true. He does his spot shows on Fox, but it wasn't what he was before because it was almost the same thing, man. And I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but man, isn't it weird? It's the same attorney, I guess this guy by the name of Tony Busby, and then it's always like right before a big contract is being signed or something.
If you know you finna get a big contract, stop giving that away.
Mm-hmm.
If you know you finna get a big contract, stop giving that away. Go 6 months to a year jacking that. It's okay. It's okay. You ain't gotta be no motherfucking sex demon. You gotta learn how to control their mind and not control their mother, man. You just gotta know how to go into a shell. You ain't gotta get that away to everybody. Put it up. Put it up. Because you rather have $100 million or you rather chase that young. It cost him because he was chasing that young. Leave it alone. It's okay. Well, he got to go through what everybody else go through. He ain't going to get that $100 million going down the drain, Jack.
Yeah, man. Seems like that's not going to happen now. And he actually had to take a leave of absence from ESPN. So it's just all bad.
That ain't no leave of absence. That's called When the boss tell you, say, nigga, you gotta go. But we ain't gonna humiliate you by saying we fired you. So we want you to go on air and say you taking the leave of absence. That's called taking the play away out. Say, check game, man, I'm gonna go and leave for a little bit until I get this situated. No, no. Boss already gave the word. You no longer getting a check. It's called conduct policies. It's a conduct policy.
Yeah. Every company has.
My word. Watch how many more females come out and say that Shannon Sharpe did something to him. Remember I told you, watch how many more females come out and say Shannon Sharpe did something to him. One done came out so far. Why would I tell y'all? It's going to be a bunch of more come out because it's called a chain effect, man. When money involved, everybody wants some of that money. Man, they will make you spend millions of dollars. They will make you spend millions of dollars. So I tell any nigga out here right now in the industry, man, go get you a wife. Go get you a wife. Go get you a wife. Throwing that around with millions of dollars, you're going to have problems.
Yeah, it seems like a dangerous game, man, to be playing like that with your money. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm telling you, good with money, man, you're going to have problems. So go get you a wife.
Nah, that seems like some wise advice. And if you look at all the successful people, a lot of them are just married, you know what I mean? Or they have a fiance or something like that. And they're not really out there running the streets, going from chick to chick, wilding out. You know what I mean?
No, for real, they ain't doing that. Because they understand that it's females out there right now that's playing. And they playing big. This ain't no $200-300 play. Playing for millions. Yeah, they playing for millions. So I tell you all day, learn how to control that little stick down there. Control that little. And the best way to learn how to control it is called Jackie Lackey. Jackie, it's okay. It works. I promise you. It works. It works, man. It works very well.
And that's some great advice, Dewberry. Now, before we get out of here, man, I got one last question I want to ask you about. Now, we're at a time where in the sports world that everybody's focused on the new up-and-coming stars in the NFL. You got the NFL draft going the next couple of nights, you know what I mean? But one of the things that happened last night was the first round of the draft went by. And people were shocked because all year we've been hearing about Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, just like we thought, goes number 2 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number 2 pick, already lottery pick in the top 5 is millions already on the way. Shedeur Sanders doesn't even get picked up in the first round. And still at this time, and I hate to date it, he still hasn't been picked up in the second round. Now, what do you think is going on with this whole Shedeur Sanders situation?
He ain't got what they think he got. Shit, that's what it is. Man, you gotta have something in this. Man, listen, y'all, everybody trying to come up with all the theories, he's supposed to be this, he did, Deion Sanders. Oh, man, listen, homie. Man, you got scouts that watch everything. They watch technique, they watch form, they watch attitude, they watch the discipline. They watch everything. And you got NFL players, NFL scouts and coaches saying, I don't want that on my team. See, y'all got to look bigger than what everybody else thinking. You can be a good player, whatever, but you got scouts and coaches saying, I don't want that on my team. See, when Deion Sanders went Over to Colorado when he went to Jackson State, what did he do? He brought all the celebrities, all of the rap, all the rap. Oh yeah, man, the rap. And what do you got? You got your son out there with all the gear on, holding the big watches up. He out there flossing. He doing everything the rap doing, talking shit, swallowing spit, doing all that, right? It's called character, man. It's called character, man. It plays a major part. Randy Moss was one of the best receivers in the NFL. Cowboys passed over him because of character, even though he got in the league and kicked their ass. But they passed over him because of that. Cam Ward came to the NFL draft with a little bit of necklace on, dressed nice and very humble. He was the #1 draft pick.
You barely hear him. You barely hear Cam Ward speak. You know what I mean?
And guess what? You ain't never heard nobody talk about Cam Ward. I was telling people about Cam Ward last year. Like what? Because y'all just watching the attention over there where the celebrities at. Y'all watching the attention where the celebrities at. Y'all watching football.
Yeah, his story is one of the best school-to-school transfer portal stories I've ever seen.
So I'm telling people like now, so man, all this got to do with him. But this is going to show you, is he ready or not? Because he didn't get drafted though. I want to see, is this going to make him that much more hungry, or he going to say,
yeah, it made a lot of greats hungry because they knew they were good, you know what I mean? And they didn't get drafted super high, you know what I mean? Just like probably the greatest quarterback ever, you know what I mean? Tom Brady, and his mentor, Tom Brady, he fell in the draft real bad. He's got a good story about that. So, and I listened to a guy, he said, well, with this situation, it also is a gift and a curse because now if you come in a first-round draft pick, you're the #1 guy on the team, they expect you to change the team immediately. Now, if you're second round, third round, or something like that, you get to come in and learn and be behind somebody. And then when your time to get pulled up, it's your time to shine. If you shine, you do what you were supposed to do. If you don't shine, you were a second or third round pick. You know, wasn't that much, into you. They didn't think that you were going to carry the franchise anyway.
Because you got to look at it like this. Just keeping it real. You didn't see no leadership in Sanders. You didn't see no leadership in Sanders. Never. His whole time, you didn't see no leadership in him. As a quarterback, man, you got to be a leader. You the head of that wrong. You got to be a leader. I did not see no kind of no leadership potential in this man. I never seen it. If he did have it in him, I respect that. I just didn't see him.
Well, we're going to see how this turns out for the future. I'm wishing the best for him and all the people who got drafted. And, man, hopefully him and Shiloh get on the board. But it's looking rough, man. We'll see how this turns out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be all right. They'll be all right.
Now, with that being said, Dewberry, we've talked about a multitude of things today, man. A couple of these hot topics currently, blazing and bubbling out there. But it wouldn't be right if I didn't give you an opportunity to shout out everything that you got going on right now and some things you want us to check out in the future. Dewberry, the floor is yours.
Oh, man, we just working, man. Just working, steady building, man. Build your own house. Build your own house, man. No matter what, everybody else can have a platform, but if you're not building your own platform, man, guess what, man? Hey, man, every NFL player got to go, right? Every NBA player got to go. But guess what's going to always stay there? The NBA, the franchise, the NFL franchise. So I always tell people, keep building. So I'm building my platform up brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into the clan. When I first got on social media, everybody wanted to come with the clan. So I let them have that. Because in my game, I don't give a damn about who the toughest. I don't give a damn about who the roughest. I give a damn about who trying to change the culture. So that's my mission. My mission is to change the culture. I'm creating programs right now. I got average youth that I'm finna start building something with. I'm finna start bringing some terrible teenage on. I'm finna start giving them this game directly. You know what I'm saying? I got mothers that's bringing their kids to me so I can be able to sit down and give them the right game, because a lot of these youngsters out here, they don't get the right game. They got that mother game because they still watching this social media. They still watching these rappers, and they thinking that in order to be a real person, you got to be a street. I hate that. So I'm trying to change the game on that. We finna create our own judge scene where we gonna have Charleston White as a judge. We got that coming out too. We creating that. I want to give a shout out to my boy Enzo, and I want to say this here, man, that the movie we dropped, The Wrong Address, we was the #1 movie on Tubi, man. We was the #1 movie on Tubi, man. You know what I'm saying? #1 watched movie on Tubi, man. We did that, homie. So what we doing right now, man, we steady working, man. We trying to build. We got the game-related podcast, finna drop more content over there. Man, we just winning, man. That's all we doing, man.
Hey, man, I love it.
And hold on, before I get off, I want to say this here. Everybody that listening to this here, I want to make sure everybody go look at Rack Racer. It's RACC Racer. And guess what? He finna be the next hot thing, man. And I don't really like to deal with these rappers, man. But I just want to see this brother win because I like what he do. You know what I'm saying? But now that's it right there, man.
Nah, that's what's up, Dewberry. We're definitely going to go check out your artist, man, see what he's got, man, and definitely do our best, man, to promote and support. And with that, man, I appreciate you coming out. Appreciate you guys all setting up, getting this thing done, man, making things happen, and we out this thing. Peace.